Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm JJ and this is my 30-day island, Ravenwood. We are on day 16, I think. I don't know. What were we yesterday? 15. So today's 16, I think. I will double check. I think we're 16. Anyway, I did just have Biscuit here and Tex. But they've disappeared, clearly. They don't want to be here no more, and that's absolutely fine. But today, we're just going to get into it. I am going to do my museum. And my museum, this is what we built yesterday, and I absolutely love it. I think it's cute. Oh look, there's Biscuit, and there's Tex. See, I told you they were close. I absolutely love Biscuit. Look at him. My museum, I have decided to do it here. I did do a few, because once I had finished yesterday's build, I was running around the island like normal, trying to figure out what I wanted to do today. So I have decided to put my museum here. I've put these down just to know that this is where I want it. But there's not much room in front. I don't want a big museum because I always do big museums. I want a small one. I don't want a lot of space for it. Other builds on the island can have the bigger space. I don't really want to incorporate it with anything. So my museum is just going to stand on its own with decorations, whatever. But this morning, thinking about the build and how I was going to do it, still no idea, just know that the museum was going in here. But then I started thinking about putting the castle walls around it to hide it because it clearly doesn't match autumn. So I may have to put some castle walls in, but then if I want a castle wall here because I've got these here, I'm going to have to move it back slightly. But then my river mouth is here. Not my river mouth, my little river. So we're going to have to try and figure it out. So that's what we're going to do today, my museum. That was some big old waffle. We'll just get into the build and talk about it a bit more while I work. Waffle while I work. There we go. New saying, waffle while I work. So let's just go waffle while I work. Let's go. I'm going to start by figuring out how I want to do with where I want the castle walls to be. I know I want the towers to be here. Not the castle walls, the towers to be here. But then if that is moved, no, not all the way up there. Because I could technically push it in this bit. Honey, push the wall. So then it hasn't got nowhere else to go. And it doesn't go back no more. So we could do that. Put a wall here. And right, a medieval side building. Push it up one. So it's in the middle. And then I will have the gate here. Let me try my museum while I'm standing here, like while I've got that bit here, to see if it moves anything. I don't mind if it's a bit further back. Okay, we could put it there. Yes, but I don't want to be collecting my item from the shed. So take you down, scoot round without moving. Slowly does it. There you go. It's the lazy way because I didn't want to go to my storage. No, the box in the resident services. Let me imagine it again just to be sure. Okay, I really like that. And then it needs to be hidden. Even though it's got the red on it, it's not... Yeah, no, okay, we'll put it there. And then we need to time travel to get it in. And do the walls properly. I will leave these walls here for now. Let me just time travel to get it in. Right, the museum is in. And it looks cute there. What I'm going to do is... I'm going to do 3 squares of this code. So if we put it down like this, because I was going to do all grey, all the grey square path that matches the road, but then I want to just separate it a little bit. So if I do this walk all the way down to the museum, this walkway all the way down here, and then on the edge, like the side of it, I'll do the grey path, and then the sides will be left for trees and bushes and everything else I want to put there. I was just standing here trying to figure out if I wanted, what path I wanted down here. And it makes sense to, I think if I was to do all the grey, it might have been too much. Whereas if I separate it a little bit, it might look better. It's just not all one colour. But then I didn't want to do all one colour of this brown path because it might have been too much. But then I didn't want to do all the grey because then again it might have been too much. So we're doing 3 of this and then 1 row of the other one on the sides. So that is that one, and then this one will go here down the side. Do I put, let me see what this looks like, because I don't know if I want to put this one across this bit. I don't know yet, so we'll see what this looks like and if I want to change it. Who knows? I might. I don't know, because you won't really be able to see this bit anyway. And now I'm thinking, do I get rid of this grey bit and put the brown path? I don't know. Why is everything always... No, why do I make everything complicated for myself? I do like that path there. But then do I want it just to match up with... You need to disappear, thank you. I need to kick that one away. And this one. But then I've got this here. Will it look plain with nothing underneath it? I do like this. Let me kick this away and see if I like it with the brown code up close and personal. Display. I'll have to obviously move away from it just to see what it looks like. See, I like that better. I like that so much better. Yep. Oh, look, a balloon every time. Let me put the castle walls back. I'm not going to put the grey bit at the top there either, because I quite like it like that. Where is medieval side building? Push you over. I will get some decorations and trees to put here. I don't want to put path there. Right, where is that there? The castle gate. Can we push you back? Yes. Okay, so it's all level. This wall here. I did pick up the actual castle walls. I don't know. I might use them around the side. I do like these ones for the front of a building. Right, tower. I need to get... I won't put no towers at the back, because one side... Get round the building. No, the tower. One side I'm going to have my terraforming anyway, for that little bit of river. How far out is it? I don't know. Oh no, in one. So this side I might just have a couple of walls, just so it looks a bit more finished in that sense. Unless I do get a tower and just put it this side. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I have no idea. Put that there for now. And then we'll decide on that bit in a little while. But so far, that is what we got. And I like it. I really like it. I do want to put, of course, if you knew, then you knew, some fence. Just here. Yes, we will be alternating the fences because I absolutely love the alternating fences. I can't help myself. It just has to be alternating. Come on, girl. I can't even see behind the tree. What are you doing? Are you facing the right way? Yes. Is it in the right place? It's in the right place. Please tell me I'm not the only one that struggles to see behind things. As proof in these builds, I struggle to see behind the bigger items, even though I put them there. So I technically do it to myself. Is that going to look weird? No, it doesn't. That's fine. Because they've attached themselves here. I want to put a code here. Because... So I want to use the pumpkin. No, actually, because it's going to be hidden. So let me put some stones down. Oh, it's not going to go there. So you're telling me I'm going to have to pick that up just to put code here. Okay, I shall do that. That's not a problem. Now we need to put the building back. I picked up the festival garland because I'm determined to use it. Because I couldn't use it in the build behind resident services because it looks silly sideways. So we're going to use it here. Do I want it all the way pushed there? No, I don't. It looks a bit weird. That looks better. Even though it's not centered with that wall. It's fine. Let's put the same code down here. I need to use them pumpkin wood things. I'm determined to use them somewhere. Because they're so cute. Right, that there, move back and put this here. Push you in. See, I like that. I will get them in somewhere. Now here, I want a tree. Let's put a cedar. I have decided to get rid of my red flowers. I am no longer using them because they just looked really, I don't know, too bright for the island. I know the orange windflowers are quite bright. They just look very bright. I didn't want that brightness on the island. So, well, not brightness in that sense. I do want to put a tree here. And it will be a hardwood. But I don't want to put it there yet because it's going to block whatever I'm doing here. But then I suppose, at least, let me do it actually. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't want the red flowers. I don't know. They just, because it's all browns and oranges and a few whites. I know there's red items, or I'm going to use red items and there's red in some of the things that I'm using. But I just didn't want to, I don't know. Let's put, I need some wheat fields to be honest. The red flowers just looked really weird on the island. I don't know. Right, no, I did turn that round that way. A wheat field in here. I like that. Yeah, the red ones just looked really weird on the island. And I used them in a few places, but not loads of places like the other flowers. So I just decided to get rid of them because I weren't using them that much. I think I picked up 3. Is that the same? No. Cool shit, no. It's never the same. Come back a little bit. Thank you. Now I've got to find it again. There. That's better. And then in front here. Do I want a bush? Yes, I do. And then we can have a white mum here. No, actually a tulip. A tulip. And then bush and tulip. Okay. So they're there. Let's put the lantern one. I can't help myself. I have to layer the big ones and the little ones when the opportunity arises. Because it looks cute like that. I really like that. I want to put another tree here. And then... do I move it forward one? I don't know. Or do I just keep it back there to then squeeze another tree in? But then the only thing with that tree is it's going to be in line with that one. Why not? Just go for it. I want to make this side the same. I'm going on like I'm doing like an elegant Halloween autumn island because certain areas are the same. But when you've got a build like this, sometimes it's nicer to have the same things on the sides when I'm doing it like this. Right, let me put this tree in. Okay, I have enough space. See, I like that. And then this tree here. I could get away with another tree in here. Right here. But do I really want to? I might put a spooky tree. Well, I haven't got a spooky tree. But the decayed tree. Let me put some of this code down. And we shall put a decayed tree here. See, this is what I'm talking about, where I just... Because I know I've got it in my storage, and I don't necessarily want the tree there. I'm then like, okay, I can put this here. That's how I work with these islands. Because it just makes sense for me. It really does. No, I don't want to delete it. So there is a method to my madness, as we can see, or as we can tell. I want to see if it looks okay here, if you can still see it. No, because it then blocks that one. But I suppose if I move it over... No, not that far. Oh, yeah. Oh, but then I'm going to have to turn... This one's not going to have a face. Because I've turned it round. Why couldn't they put the face on both sides? But then I suppose if you're doing an autumn island without, and you're turning the pumpkins round, it makes sense to have them without a face on the back. But when, like for instance, when you're like this, I need the face on the back. I obviously can't have the face on the back. So it's just going to have to stay like that, even though it looks a bit ridiculous. Let me go and get some decayed trees. Here I was, raiding my storage for the decayed tree, and there's a few more possibilities that I could use here. So we have the decayed tree, which looks nice. we have the giant vine, which also looks nice. And then we have the evergreen ash, which also looks nice. I think I want to go with the, let me put giant vine. I want to, it didn't really make much difference. Turn it back. There. And then I'll put the decayed tree here. And then I will go and see what it looks like from the front. Because, of course, there's no space because she's standing way too close. Turn around, girl. Thank you. So she move forward a bit more. Thank you. Let me see what it looks like from here. Hello, Dom. You can't really see the decay tree, to be honest. Now, what about the... You can just see... Oh, I think I'm going to use the vines. I've made up my mind. You can just see it. With the decay tree, you cannot see. So we're going to use a giant vine instead of a decay tree. There it is. Turn it that way. I like them. Now we need to get some bits in here. Right, let's put a bush. And then I also picked up, nope, turn around, dear, thank you, a tall garden rock. Just to, I don't know, just to, you know, I don't know, just to give it a bit of something different. Right, we can put the orange hyacinth here. And then I think we can get a weed. Oh no, not there. Where are we? Okay, right. Let me put... It doesn't really matter what I put behind here because you're not going to see them. So if we put a weed there, an orange windflower. Is that it? No, and then we can put the white mum. Because I don't want the orange near the orange pumpkins because it would just take away. I'm going to do exactly the same this side because why not? I just can't help myself. Right, we had the bush. And then it was... Where's the other rock? Hello, there it is. Turn you round. And then we had the orange windflower. No, hyacinth. Then behind this tree, we had a weed. And then we had the white here. And then the windflower. The orange. There we go. Let's put a spooky tower. Because why not? I love me a spooky tower. If you hadn't noticed. I just love them. It's my one of my favourite items in the game. I picked up a few bits. I don't know if they're going to stay. I did pick up this. I picked up either a golden candlestick or a wedding candlestick. Let me try the golden one on there first. Turn that round. And then I did pick up, I don't know if it's going to turn that way. I still want to get into the museum. But I did pick up some plant partitions. I don't want the shimmy shimmy. Okay, that's no shimmy shimmy. Shimmy shimmy. Where's the other one? Oh, right next to it. And I got the lighter colours in the plant partition because the flooring with the other ones that I use, like the dark squared ones, I really like that. Do I want that candle? Or let me have a look at the other one. Or the wedding. Oh, the wedding does look that little bit better though, doesn't it? I think it's the wedding. I obviously can't put a tree in there because it's close to the water and the museum. I obviously will make a waterfall because I just cannot help myself. And we know this. But I will do this. If I do any terraforming that is a lot bigger than this, I will speed up and not talk over it. But because this is only a little bit of terraforming, I technically can talk or waffle while I work, as we've established. I'm not going to go overboard with this because I don't know where this bit of terraform is going. If I'm going to leave it as this just for the waterfall, or if it's going to lead on to something else. I do just want to put a waterfall in, but I don't know how big I want it and where I want it, because I'm going to have to make it a tiny bit bigger because of the museum. But then I don't know how big. I obviously can't put it on that bit, but I can put it here and maybe there. And then, because I want a double one, but my only thing is, I may have to make this bit slightly bigger to here. So then I can add a bit of water here to then go up to the next cliff here. But then do I bring the cliff round a little bit, round this way? I don't know. This is my issue. So this needs to be at least 3 or 4 wide. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this bit. Not necessarily. I'm just making things more complicated for myself. Just build the cliff. Because I was going to get rid of that bit and then just do it over this way a little bit. But I still need the one square between the cliff and the edge, like of the bottom level. The cliff that I'll build at the top and the cliff at the bottom. There's still that one space. You can't build it right up next to the edge. So either way, I'm just going to have to do it like this. And I don't know if I want a tree on top or just the waterfall. I have no idea. We will just obviously see how this goes. If I want to add, I may need to add another layer. We will add this cliff here. Do I need to add? No, I should be able to add 3 in. I don't know if I want to put a tree up there. I don't know if I want to add the tree up here, because I could add trees round, but then I suppose it would give the museum a bit of a... No, I didn't want to put you there. A bit of a height behind it if I add trees behind. Ooh, I could technically add this here. But my only thing is, I can't add the water there. But that's fine. I can extend this cliff out, because I don't have to make it all this shape. I could make this a bit smaller once I've done, because it will be just to put some trees up here. So technically this could be 3. Let me put my water up here first, and then I'll see if I want a tree. I want to curve this edge, and then go round and curve that edge. There's no point me curving that other edge at the top back, because I don't know if I'm curving that. I do want to put this bit of water in at an angle, so it's curved. And then I just need to decorate these bits. And that's fine. Unless, do I still have it in my pockets? I should do. Yes, I do. Get rid of you. And there is my tree. Oh yeah. Why does that get me excited every time? I don't know. I do want to put a bush behind. So put a bush in there. I do not have nothing else to decorate this cliff, so I'm going to have to go and get that. But I will do this terraforming first. Let's just finish this bit of cliff. No, I don't think I will put a corner here. Not corner, what are they called? A tower. Because the wall goes straight up to the terraforming, which I quite like. I quite like this bit. No, don't knock it down. Every time she knocks it down. She knocks it down, she kicks it up, she places it in the wrong place. Every time. And yes, I'm going to blame the controllers, like always. Because I don't normally do it this slow. It's just crazy how slow these controllers make me. I'm going to keep talking about the Switch 2 controllers, because yeah, if they were like the normal Switch controllers, I wouldn't have an issue. But the moving one, where I'm moving, is very sensitive. Do I want to add a tree up? I might put a small tree up there. Like a large one, rather, not a small, but a large tree. Or do I not? Because it comes out quite far from this bit. No, that's absolutely fine. I like that spacing. I will make up my mind eventually. But it's crazy that how I'm so indecisive about everything. And I just can't help myself. I really can't. If you put 3 squares behind your water, you can add a tree up here. Let me curve this edge now. Because we're not using that bit of wall. And then do I keep this as 3? So then I do just put trees up here. I don't want to make it too big. Excuse the flower storage at the back. It's where all my flowers and bushes and trees are, back there. With the holes. Because I can't be bothered to put the holes back once I've done it. So maybe if I keep this like this, I can put some hedging at the back. So if I keep that like that, and then I just curve this edge. Or do I make that slightly bigger, like longer? I don't know. Let me see what placements I have for the trees up here, or how many trees I can get in. So from here, I can get 1 tree. And then 2 trees. And then I can get a tree here. So do I want to then move that tree there, do 1 more row for both of them, and then get the tree to go there? Yes, I think I might actually. That way you can see the tree at the end, If I want to do more terraforming up there to add some more trees, then I can. But I don't know what is going this side. So it's easier for me to just stop building or terraforming at that point, because we don't know what's going where. That cliff is done. Curve that and let me go and get some trees. I will put some hedges behind these trees, just so it makes it look a bit more full. I do this a lot of the times, just so I don't have to just randomly put weeds and flowers and bits behind the trees or back here. So if you put the fence, it kind of, I don't know. Let me just put that bit there to straighten that out and then take that away. Right, I did pick up the large tree here, but because it's behind the museum and at a distance anyway, I don't know if I want the large or a normal truss-sized tree. I might go for a normal sized, which then means a hedge behind the tree. Like that. We'll put a bush here first. The tree there. Put the hardwood there. And then here I'm going to put a wheat field. And then we can have a white tulip. I'm going to put a lantern here. You may not see it, but it's there. Because why not? Have to decorate the cliffs as well. And then weeds there. An orange windflower. This tree can be the cedar. The cedar tree. Oh yeah, this one needs to be the hardwood. Because they're all in a row, they have to be different trees. Well, no, I don't mind. If I'm using the same tree, like just one tree, then I will obviously use that one tree. I want to see if I can squeeze... No, I didn't want to squeeze myself in there. I wanted to put a bush in there. No, why does she keep going in there? Thank you. Can I do it like this? Yes, she can. Put a wheat field in there. Yeah, I don't mind using the same tree for certain islands. But when it calls for different trees, sometimes I will put them together or near each other. Sometimes I won't. I don't want to fill all of this with but flowers. So I will put some weeds in between. There is that. And then I want a bush in here. And then what flower can we put there? Maybe a white tulip. I was going to say I should have picked up more, but I had no space in my pocket to pick up more. I like this. This is cute. Then you're not really going to see behind the museum. So if I put... What flower is there? Okay, that's fine. If I put that here... And then this bit I'm just going to fill... Well, no, I don't really need to fill that bit because you can't actually see it. You can only see from here. So if I put a bush here... I'm going to put codes back here because I don't want any fossils spawning up there. So if I put the code here, it makes more sense. I don't normally do this. I normally fill out every square spot. But because you can't see behind there, there is no point wasting anything. here can be an orange windflower. I won't fill this side in because I don't know if I'm going to not redo, but carry on with the terraforming. I will just quickly do this area though. A white mum here with a bush. I will curve that corner there, but on these 2 squares, I'm going to put a wheat field. And then we'll curve that corner. Let's curve it. Again, I don't know if this terraforming will lead to anywhere else. Do that and that there. So I will leave the back just in case. Like I will leave this area, this side. And that's the end of today's build, today's video. We did do my museum and I absolutely really like how this came out. I was going to say I absolutely love it, but I love all my builds, to be honest. No, not necessarily. I don't like all of them. Some of them I could change, but I really like this one. I knew I wanted the museum here, not necessarily how I was decorating this bit. I don't know if I want to add some leaf piles yet. I have left the leaf piles for now. I will think about it because it looks nice without the leaf piles, but then the leaf piles may give it that little bit of something. So I don't know. But we did the museum. We did the cliff behind with the trees on the top and the waterfall. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, not really. But this is my museum build. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. And I will see you all back here tomorrow for day 17. Bye guys.